You are welcome. I think it's about a month from within this time, and the last video was like a month. There was international break, yes, and I had to like take care of a very important event here. But it's good to be back here. I'm fully back and better. And I'm also back to tell you that Arsenal are not going to win the Premier League, and that Chelsea has been doing very bad. They have disappointed me, and I almost cannot say I'm a Chelsea fan again. I even almost regretted that I told you guys that I do Chelsea. But I'm glad to announce to you that we are going to finish the season in the top four. Well, you can have your own permutations and combinations, but I can assure you Manchester United will not finish the season in top 10. So that's just that. But it's good to be back one more time. So let's do a little bit of recap. There was international break over let's say the last 10 days thereabout. And Nigeria, well, although I'm a Nigerian and I stay in Nigeria, I'm not a big fan of Super Eagle because they have not been Super Eagle. They have been doing super nonsense for a while. So me and them, we just we are just, everybody's just on their own. But they won against Rwanda away from Nigeria, and at home they were supposed to put Zimbabwe into their place. You know, those Zimbabwe guys in our group, they were talking to me anyhow, as though as though they won the World Cup. This insult that Zimbabweans on our platform are throwing at me was because Super Eagles of Nigeria could not beat tiny Zimbabwe. Sorry, I don't mean tiny nation. I mean with respect to the stars that we have in our team and their team, they could not do away with them in Uyo. Now, in that, I'm still on that group. South Africa played Lesotho over the international break, and they fielded a guy that was not supposed to be there. The guy was on two yellow card, Mokoena. I don't know whether I got the pronunciation right. So the guy was not supposed to feature. So they fielded him. Now Lesotho has filed for a case with CAF and FIFA for overturning the game in their favor. Well, most likely it will turn out in their favor, and they will award them 3 goals and 3 points. So at the moment, South Africa is 6 points ahead of Nigeria, but once FIFA and CAF have their ruling, it will be 3 points away, and maybe Rwanda will be just 1 point behind South Africa. So the group is still quite very open, but Nigeria has 4 more matches and they have to play South Africa away from home. I'm not expecting too much from them. I can't put much hope in Nigeria. I mean, much hope can be there. So that is just about international break: Nigeria, South Africa, Lesotho, and Zimbabwe. You can kindly drop the other one if you have in the comment section. Now, Daniel Alves, Famex, you know Famex, that our big man, Famex, just posted on our platform now. If you are not on our channel, I mean, you are missing a lot. He just posted on our channel that Daniel Alves will be released, has been acquitted. Initially, he was supposed to spend 4.5 years in prison due to the rape issue, but the news we have now is that he will be released, has been acquitted. The source for that news is Spanish newspaper AS. Now, Chelsea women and Arsenal women, they won in the Champions League. They are into the Champions League semi-final now. Chelsea women will face Barca women, and I hope we can just do away with these Barca people now and finally win the Champions League. Jasmine Barca, every year Barca has been the one between us and Champions League glory. I hope the girls can do it now. Right. So as I will run this up now very shortly, Fulham versus Palace FA Cup, Brighton versus Forest, Preston versus Aston Villa, and Bournemouth versus City. Okay, so let me just take a rough prediction. Fulham, Palace and Mateta, they are doing well. They are really, really doing well. Palace and Mateta, they are doing well in their in the FA Cup. But let me go. I'll go with Fulham, then Forest. Hopefully, Forest turn up in the FA Cup. Yes, Forest, Villa, City. Okay, so let me hear what you think in the comment section. And as I've said, I'm happy to be back one more time. All right. There's no Premier League this. There's no Premier League this weekend. However, Barca played Osasuna yesterday and they beat Osasuna 3-1. But there will be Premier League in the midweek. I'll be here to cover that. Let me hear what you think in the comment section. I'm glad to be back. You're welcome again to Soccer World.